ballpark.
What is up, guys, and welcome back. It is episode 44 of the Bronx Nothing podcast, man. Kevin, this has been a season from hell, but I feel like Pete Simonetti right now. How you doing? Some great reactions from you and him. I'm game season live on Friday. You guys know I was in Houston. The New York Yankees just swept the Houston Astros in Houston, and I know there's still a game under 500. Well, I don't want to look at that, man. We've been so negative for so long, rightfully so, because his team has been a dumpster fire. But it's nice to go to Houston and not take one, not take two, but 3 games, clean that city up. Kevin, I'm talking too much.
You didn't
How
tell
are
me.
you doing, Kevin?
You didn't tell me you took your brooms, Mario. You didn't tell me you were gonna take. And listen, I'm sorry, but you guys, if you guys saw the last episode, I was hyping. I said take 2, and you were like, stop. Motherfucker, we took 3. All right, 3. I'm telling you, when you inject prospects, youth, velocity into any team, it just revamps everything. Even we'll get into the first game. We'll see how Giancarlo and Judge hit moonshots. I mean, I'm telling you, it's just something that does to a team when you bring new blood into it, especially when what was there was struggling. And I'm just going to go off by saying it was an amazing series, at least for us Yankee fans. I'm sorry, Houston. But a lot of you guys were talking a lot of shit.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, hold on. No, I'm being nice, Mario. They were nice enough to accept us, even though we had to clean up their building with the brooms and everything, all right? I'm just being nice, okay? I'm being polite, all right? There's something called about Southern hospitality, right? But, no, they talked a lot. They were awaiting us. They thought they were going to sweep us, and it ended up the other way around. And I don't want to hear it. Verlander was on the mound, Hunter Brown, and Javier Vasquez.
Christian Javier.
He looked like Javier Vasquez. Nah, it's playing. He looked like Christian Javier, which is funny enough. He had AKs, which was crazy. But who took him deep? Exactly.
Well, listen, we're not even
one game at a time.
Can we go to game 1?
Yes.
Can we go to game 1, Kevin?
Can we go on how was the vibe the first day you got to the stadium?
I mean, I was going to say, you didn't even ask me. Listen, got there super early to the stadium. I'll be real with you. Once I saw it, I got super sick. Thinking about all the PTSD, everything that's happened there in the past 6 years. The House of Horrors, I call it. I mean, just the energy there. Wasn't feeling too good. And listen, might be a terrible mentality to have. Guys, I couldn't cancel the trip, right? So there's 3 things that I wanted to see. I didn't want to get swept. I didn't want to get walked off. And I wanted to see Jason Dominguez homer. And we were joking around, hitting it off Verlander. That would be sweet, but...
we were joking around, but I was a tiny bit serious.
Because he has that in him. And you guys see that now. Like, he's not afraid of the moment. I actually saw a family friend before the game. They saw me wearing the 89 jersey. They took a picture, sent it to his dad. And it's, how
do you get it already?
Crazy. Somebody's wearing my son's jersey. It's crazy, like already like that. And he just got announced, a day or 2 ago. It's crazy, but I find my ways to do it. Let's get into game 1, Kevin. Carlos Rodon against Justin Verlander. And going into this game, Kevin, I don't know how you felt, but we actually said it, before the series started. We said, we paid Rodon a lot of money. Mm-hmm. He could change the way Yankee fans feel about him going into next season.
Yeah.
With a good start. And this wasn't the best Carlos because he did give up 2 runs, but he was pretty good, Kevin.
But he was grinding.
He was grinding.
It was a tough outing for him. He didn't have command in the beginning of his fastball, and that always worries us because he can walk a lot of guys then. But like we said, he grinded it out. We'll get into more depth of the game. But I like I said too, this was a start for him to show up towards Yankee fans. And honestly, if Rodon doesn't have his best stuff, and somehow he still is able to keep teams like Houston to a 2 runs, I believe fantastic. 5. I'll take it.
Definitely. Let's get started off in the first inning. Kind of deja vu moment for DJ LeMahieu. He hits one out into the right field stands to give the Yankees a 1-0 lead off the bat. And then the 5-hitter, our center fielder, El Marciano, con un palo. Opposite field into the Crawford box.
Aguacate power. I still got the Brugal here.
Okay. Or were you drinking that on game season with Pete?
On game season with Pete, yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, listen, in the stadium when I was there, I thought they were gonna kill me. I got super excited. I was all jacked up. I'm like 3-0. There's no way things could go bad, right? Shout out to Austin Wells in the second inning. First MLB hit.
As well. Got it right out of the way.
We'll get into him later. But a lot of guys were giving a lot of praise, Kevin, about him behind the plate. And then the vibes in the bottom of the second were a little bit different. Abreu was battling. He battled Severino well. He battled Rodon well.
Yeah.
He was like a pest.
He was
at the
so
plate.
annoying, yeah.
Yeah. He was fouling off a ton of pitches. We'll get into Severino in the second game, but he takes Rodon deep. I don't even think it was a bad pitch. Kind of threw a slider. Mm-hmm. Not at his back foot. Kind of mislocation there, and that's why I think he got taken deep there. And
he couldn't put
baseball is.
He couldn't put him away. I mean, it was tough. It seemed that he had guys ahead in counts a lot, and he could not put him away, Mario. And that's again, if you don't have that put away stuff, it's gonna be a long night, and it was for him. He gave up that homer there. Was I totally worried? Yeah, because it was early, and it looked like he didn't have his bad stuff, but. I mean, that's a good thing about these vets and these pitchers, these big time pitchers who want the ball in the moment. The dogs like Carlos Rodon is. Rodon is a dog, man. He's out there. He's with his guy. I think he has good chemistry with Wells too, since they had a few minor league starts together, right? So, that being said, I mean, we'll continue to talk about during the game, but yeah, it didn't look great in the second inning.
It didn't look great, and my biggest thing is I know that. We gave him 3 runs off the bat, but I would have liked the shutdown inning there, at least in the first couple innings. I know he didn't have his best stuff, but that's a big thing with Yankee pitchers, man. Shutdown innings. We give you a 3-run lead. You can't give 1 or 2 back there. Even though he did pitch well, I mean, if you want to criticize one thing about him, just a shutdown inning, let us continue, building all that momentum. But listen, G had his back. G with a monster shot in the top of the third.
That would have been
a 5-1 lead.
I wonder if that would have been out of this whole stadium if the roof was open.
If the roof was open, yeah, it was closed all 3 days, which was interesting. It was super hot too.
Yeah,
so
it's
I guess that makes sense.
ridiculously hot over there.
And then Tucker, again with the shutdown inning, guys. We just talked about Tucker doubles, and he gives him a run there. Just an RBI double for him. 5-2, and that's all Rodon gave up. Like we said, 5 innings pitched, 3 hits. 2 runs, 1 walk, which is fine. I'm fine with the 1 walk and 4 Ks. They gave the ball to Vasquez, which I thought was interesting, Kevin.
I thought it was very interesting, Mario. While we were streaming it live on game season, we weren't mad at the decision. We were like, all right, we're up in the game against Verlander. Don't we want to try and seal this one? And bringing up Vasquez there. I think the Yankees front office had a motto this weekend, and it's like we're gonna show you what we have coming up in the pipeline, and we're gonna put them there now, and you can see, and they can earn their pinstripes starting from this series on to see what they're made of. Basically, that's how I felt it was. They put Randy out there, and Randy came with Randy stuff.
Yep, and the Yankees also added some more insurance in the 5th. Judge with a bomb. He had 2 this series. Solo shot, another one onto the train tracks. I mean,
just like they were just 12 feet less. They were just like 12 feet. That one was like 12 feet less from that Stanton's home run. So it was also a ridiculous shot.
Yep, bombs away. And listen, Kev, I don't mind going to Vasquez there. We'll talk about if there's a chance to put at postseason or whatever, which I think it's ridiculous to start talking about that now, but we'll talk about it a little bit towards the end. But I kind of just wanted a shutdown inning there. Like, you can give Vasquez maybe the ball in the 7th. Maybe you bring in somebody else, but I guess the bullpen didn't have many options. We didn't have an off day in a while.
You saw Ian's out as well.
Yeah, Ian's out too, so I know, interesting, but Wandy came in, gave us 2 outs, and then Tulowitzki go for 4 outs. Yankees win the first one, 6-2. Anything else, or you ready to go on to game 2?
Well, I just wanna point out that watching them debut, both of them, they both look really poised. I've said this about Dominguez because we've watched him in spring training, we watched him in the minors. I watched him a few times in single A. You watched him in Somerset. So there's something about Dominguez and it's good to an extent that he does not feed into the big moment, or he doesn't look overmatched. I mean, all balls hit by them were over. I think one from both of them was just 88 miles per hour. Everything else was over 98, which was crazy. Everything was smoked. His second out was smoked. And then people saying, "Oh, he got lucky." Well, that's your Crawford boxes, baby. That's your stadium, man. Yeah. The Crawford boxes taketh and giveth away. So I mean, I don't want to hear it. Just the same thing with our porch, right? It drives me nuts when other fan bases even make excuses for their own stadium. It's like I hate it when Yankee fans do it, and I also hate it when other fan bases do it. Listen, every stadium has its things, no matter what. It took it to the other side. Honestly, if it was another stadium with Jordan there running, it's probably still a double to the wall, so it doesn't matter.
100%.
So what do you want? So that being said, I just love the debut from both of the guys. And yeah, they look very, very good, and the vibes are extremely, extremely high for Yankee fans. Everybody's feeling good. We're all really excited now for this last month of baseball. And yeah, on to game 2 with Sevy.
On to game 2, and speaking about excuses, I don't like when Yankees players make excuses either, like about the roof being open. And I was nervous about Sevy here because he gets a little bit too overpumped, Kevin, in games like these. I just wanted him to settle down. Didn't have his best stuff, but
No.
Thankfully the Yankees offense backed him up. And I want to shout out these 2 guys because a lot of people are kind of writing them off. I wasn't really writing off Peraza in a couple episodes back, but we just wanted to see more from him. Hasn't really gotten, going with the bat. I think, like I said, it's only been like 75 at-bats before the series, so we had a big single on the top of the second to give us the lead with better at-bats. And then Waldo, surprisingly, he's been playing well in the past couple games. I don't know if you have a splits there, Kevin, but he walked with the bases loaded to give us a 2-0 lead, and DJ with a double play. But we still get something off Hunter Brown there when he was struggling. We could have really broken the game open.
I know.
But we'll take it. And then
and that was the motto all year, right, Mario? Like we would get bases loaded, runners in the corners, no outs, and nothing would come through.
Nothing.
And that just can't happen. You're not gonna win many baseball games if that happens.
2 good at bats from your 8 and 9 hitters, right? Peraza was playing second base, I believe, this game. No Gleyber Torres for the first 2 games, so him giving us big at bats was a big deal. And like I said, Kevin, what did we talk about earlier? The shutdown inning. Severino comes back, walks Abreu, and Severino through 4 innings, Kevin, had 104 pitches. I don't know how that's possible. That's 26 pitches per inning.
I think the Abreu at bat. I'm gonna look and I'm gonna tell you. I think it was 15 pitches plus. It was insane. It's not even fun to watch that.
It's insane. He walks Abreu, and then a guy that's killed us for a long time, Michael Brantley, crushes Severino's. The pitch from Severino ties up the game 2-2. Then Judge responds back with a solo shot, right center field, Kevin, and that's a shot over the pen over there. That's a shot over there. And like we said, Severino did not have his best stuff. Comes out for the bottom of the 4th. I mean, you don't take him out that spot. He only gave up 2 runs, but another Yankee killer. Yep, Michael Brantley with a single, and then. I don't know where the Astros find these guys, Kevin, but Yanier Diaz, the catcher now, a lot of Astros fans like him better than Maldonado because he hits.
He hits well.
Yeah. With an Oppo Taco homer off Severino. And I'll be honest with you, that's where I was like, man, maybe it is just too good to be true to win a series here. Maybe this is just not our game. And that's how I felt before the game. I'm like, it's a coin flip with Severino.
Brantley comes back against the Yankees. It just felt like the cards were stacked against us, and again, our 2 starting pitchers struggled, like we were talking about, right? But they found
2
ways.
Different games.
Yeah,
2 different
this
games.
one,
Severino. Yeah, Severino giving up 4 is different than Rodon. Rodon gave us 5, and he got the win, and he gave us 2. Severino went 4 with 104 pitches,
Gave up
6
4.
hits, 4 runs, and only 3 Ks and gave up 4. So that's the biggest thing. But listen, our young guys made me just change my ways, I guess, Kevin, you know? Watching this brand of baseball the past couple months has been really tough. Telling some of these guys out here, JD, McKinney, even Bowers, Bowers was was doing well for a little bit, but after a while, we kind of know what he is, right? We know what Jake Bowers is. So it's been a tough watch. Even Norvet, I mean, I know he has to catch Cole tomorrow, but even a tough watch at the plate. Wells with a sacrifice fly to tie up the game in the top of the 5th. And then Everson Pereira, which he was hitting the ball really well. I know it's only batting practice, but he was hitting the ball all over the yard in batting practice. Swing looked really good. Huge single there to give the Yankees a 5-4 lead. And then the pen holds it down.
But hold on, though. We'll take that back. Who hit that single?
Everson Pereira.
All right. And who scored?
You tell
Jason
me?
Dominguez. No, it was Jason. Now, if that would have been, I mean, maybe McKinney. I don't think Bauer
He was
scores.
flying.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was flying.
That's what I'm
Jason
saying.
was flying.
I don't think maybe McKinney, but I don't think Bauer scores in that. Definitely not Willie Calhoun or the other outfielders that we had, the journeymen that we have, don't score on that. And that is something that I've been asking for a while, is that the Yankees need speed. If you look at the Braves, if you look at the Orioles, those guys are quick. And this is the difference in situations like this. Yes, it was just a single, but the guy's able to score because he flies through the bases, which I love.
100%. And listen, this guy deserves a ton of credit, even though he was sent down after the game. Johnny Brito, man. Or wait, was he sent down? Or was that excuse me, he wasn't sent down.
No.
Ian Hamilton went to the IL, and they called up Western. Excuse me, I was wrong on that. Johnny Brito, still gotta give him his flowers, Kevin.
Oh yeah.
3 2/3, only 2 hits, 1 strikeout, no runs. Great job,
Another young
Johnny
guy
B.
coming in here.
Thrown into the fire in Houston, and did really well. Wandy gets it now, and then Clay Holmes, man, it's never easy. They pitched at Singleton, another lefty, and I was super worried, but the Yankees come out of that game.
Did you watch that at bat after?
Oh, it was tough.
That
pitch was right down the middle, right?
But bro,
it was nasty. It was nasty.
Oh my God, when this guy nasty. And you know what? When they hit that chopper, and he bobbled and he can't make the play again.
I'm okay with that.
I thought about who right away, and it was because it is BABIP to an extent, right? But that's a tough play. But there are some plays that will go into Game 3 that one guy was able to make. That sometimes I feel like I don't know what's wrong with Clay. I don't know. Listen, he got the job done. That's all I care.
Honestly, Kev, he would have thrown that ball away if he would have threw that ball. He would have thrown a single. He would have thrown it into right field. And I don't want to deal with listen, I love Wells. I don't want to deal with pass balls and stuff like that. That place gets super loud, guys. If you guys have been there before, you know what I'm talking about. The roof's closed. You can't hear yourself speak. It's ridiculous in there.
Yeah.
So I was super worried, but at the same time, man, the infield single, and you're just thinking the worst because you know how it works in that place.
Yep.
But
and again,
Yankees come up with the win.
And again, the Yankees. I'm just gonna say that at bat was. I was watching it, and if you didn't see it, go watch it again. Man, those pitches were nasty, and that strikeout pitch was like, oh my God, Clay, what the? Oh, it's so nice to watch when you got guys like that on your team, and yeah, for as much shit as I give Clay Holmes, man, when he's on, that boy, it's disgusting.
I still think he's a good closer, but he does have that blow up in him. I think Loizaga has this stuff, and I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of this, or maybe everybody's different, but I think the Yankees see as Loizaga as you got to get the 2, 3, 4 hitters out when you come up.
Low always seems more poised. No matter what the situation is.
He's got the stomach for it.
Yeah. But again, that will be a nice decision for the Yankees next year. Or do they go out and get somebody else as well to make the game even shorter? Because I know Wandy won't be here. There's a few decisions Yankees have to make in this offseason. So it's gonna be fun to see what they're gonna do.
Yeah, there's a couple different routes we can go in the offseason, but we'll talk about that in the offseason. We still got 4 more weeks to go in the season.
We do? We got 4 more weeks of the kids?
Let's see what happens. Maybe more.
Okay.
Now let me chill. I'm getting too excited. Off to game 3, Kevin. And
Your
it was
boy.
familiar face,
Javier.
Christian Javier against Michael King. And shout out to Michael King, man. Yankees did not give him any run support early,
Nope.
but he just gave up, in the first inning, he kind of struggled with location. Was getting squeezed a little bit by the umpire. There was a bad call on Judge in this game.
Oh, my God.
And we were saying, like, that's some home cooking. That's some home cooking,
That's
the
disgusting,
strikeout. Yeah. Ridiculous. But shout out Michael King, man. First
We'll
win
get
as
there.
a starter. He goes 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, no walks, which I love, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. So, like I said, he just gave up the 1 run to Kyle Tucker.
Which was a sack
The
fly.
sack fly in the first, yeah. And then, listen, I wanted to shout this out before I go into the Yankees offense in the 6th. Shout out Austin Wells. I don't know if you thought about this, Kevin, at all. I mentioned it before that I went to go see him. And, his arm strength wasn't the best behind the plate. I said maybe it was because the pitcher that he was with, they were getting good jumps off him. They didn't steal off him. They didn't run on him much. They ran on him, once?
Mm-hmm.
And he threw out Mauricio Dubon, a quick guy. So, tip of the cap to Austin Wells, man. He was phenomenal behind the plate. Jason looked a little bit better than him at the plate, but listen, we don't need Austin Wells to hit 3rd for us. And if he goes 20 homers, 70-something RBIs, 220 average or whatever, I'll take it.
He still doesn't look overmatched either, right? So he's not
Yeah,
far
he
away.
doesn't. Absolutely not.
And it sucks because again, it was a hype about Dominguez. Everybody got hyped about Dominguez, and I don't think anybody, a true Yankee fan, didn't put Wells like. But I'm pretty sure he felt some type of way, maybe, and maybe he didn't. Those guys play in the minors; they understand. Some guy is propped up better. He's just happy to be living his dream. He got his first hit, the first game, knocked it out, and then he goes on and catches all 3 games because this is huge as well. He catches all 3 games. He was productive in all 3 games because he had the sack fly in the second game, right?
Yep.
So he was productive in all 3 games, and he smoked the ball in this game. We'll get to that. That probably is gone in Yankee Stadium. So that being said, you had a great debut, my guy, El Bigote, which is what we named him. Which Bigote means basically a big mustache. That's what we're gonna call him because it seems to be true. Mike Rodriguez reported that his grandmother and grandfather from his mom's side are Dominican. So I'm gonna have to go in an extent dive and see him mention this, which is kind of funny and cool at the same time. So he has some aguacate power in him, and then he also, like I said, that's why we're gonna name him El Bigote. You can see some of that merch. You'll see us rocking it. It's kind of cool. But yeah, Austin Wells had a great debut as well, my man. And you saw what King said about him, right?
Oh yeah, he was phenomenal behind the plate.
He said basically, I told him in the first inning he lined up on I believe on a sinker. He kind of sometimes he goes he seems to pull it in, I believe he said. So he likes it when his catcher is in a little. So if he misses in. He doesn't miss in the middle of the plate.
In the middle of the plate.
And then Austin Wells made the adjustment like that, and you can see it in the other innings, which was great. And it's great to hear major league pitchers talk about a rookie catcher, a prospect catcher coming up that way, and all looks good for the Yankees right now, man. I mean, let's continue because there were some other bombs over here. Head over to a choo-choo train.
100%. DJ LeMahieu with an RBI double on the top of the 6th, ties up the game 1-1. Judge, as we mentioned before, that was a terrible call.
Horrible.
The next at bat should have been a 3-run bomb. It was a 2-run shot
But
by
Jason
none
makes
other
him
than
pay.
the Martian. Yep. Throw that slider again. He sent that. And that, you could hear a pin drop in that stadium. You might have heard me on ESPN. I was screaming. I was fired up.
I was at a space. I was on a space on Friday, and they were like kind of a toning it down, and I get it, of Jason Dominguez, and they were basically saying he has a one plane swing, which to an extent he does, and then they were talking about the pitch was 94, and I'm like, what do good hitters do, Mario?
They can hit the ball the other way.
What
Work the count.
Yeah, exactly. And one more thing that a lot of people always say on broadcast, analysts, everything. Good hitters make pitchers pay when they make mistakes. There are a lot of guys who get that mistake pitch and they are not able to handle it, or they're not able to make it work. And Jason Dominguez, I believe that was a mistake pitch. I got to double check to see where Maldi was lined up, but Jason Dominguez made him pay for that mistake. I don't care if it's hanging. I don't care what happens. What are you, so as a pitcher, supposed to be perfect every time? No, they're gonna make mistake pitches, and what the good hitters do, they make them pay. And Jason Dominguez made him pay.
Yep. Also, Jason Dominguez in the 3-hole already in the second game, which is extremely impressive. That's what the Yankees think about him already. Crazy, right? Bottom of the 8th. This is where things got a little shaky. Before that, Canley came in, 2 innings, nice and clean. No walks, no hits, 1 strikeout. Great job out of him. Jonathan Loaizaga. We talked about him having the stomach for it, Kevin.
Yes, sir.
And I feel like any other guy in that situation maybe gets a little nervous, makes a mistake, because he did give up, a couple bloop hits, and you're like, man, what's going on? I've seen this song and dance before, man. Is it too good to be true? Is the sweep not happening? And we were talking about Clay Holmes with fielding ground balls. Altuve's he's battling, and then Jonathan Loaizaga finally gets him. Come back right to him. Yankees fan double play, and that took the fans to the exit, which was really nice to see, especially because Kevin, we have not played well there for a while.
No.
And then in the top of the 9th, I tweeted about it a million times. So did you, Kevin. The cherry on top.
Yep.
Gleyber Torres hits one to the train tracks.
And what does he do?
Austin Wells.
Round in second.
The choo-choo. Yes, sir. I love that.
I love
Charging
it,
it too.
Extend that, man. We got to extend Gleyber shirts, Mario. Let's make it.
We'll see. Pete doesn't want that, though. Pete doesn't want that. Austin Wells with an RBI double to make it 5-1. Another ball that was smoked by him. And then Peraza, he was super hyped up. So happy for the kid. He also had a double to make it 6-1. Clay Holmes shuts it down. And the New York Yankees, the 2023 New York Yankees, 5-2 against the Houston Astros and sweep them in Houston. And now are only 1 game below 500, which obviously it doesn't matter if you finish above or
just
below 500.
Everything you said after the sweep. The New York Yankees just completed a sweep versus the nemesis Houston Astros, who they haven't swept since 2013, Mario. Since 2013, the Yankees have not swept when they were about to beat them in the ALCS in 2017, and we haven't been able to sweep them since 2013. So I guess calling up the young kids does make a difference.
We have an Astro killer as well, El Marciano. Great to see, man.
Love it.
On to who do we got tomorrow? Detroit
today. When people are listening tonight.
What's tonight? Garrett Cole on the mound.
4-5, cold world. Are you
Wells
going?
will not be on the plate.
Are you
Come
going?
on, Kevin. Is that a serious question?
Am I? Wait, I gotta see Hoogie.
No, Roar Vet. It's gonna be Roar Vet.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's his catcher now.
Yeah.
But yes, the Bronx or Nothing will be in the Bronx watching the Martians' first home game, which I am very, very excited to be there. Again, like I said, I'm mad I couldn't make it to Houston, but am I glad that I'm going to be at his first home game? Maybe we get to see his first home run. I mean, that would be ecstatic for me. You already saw a few, so whatever. But nah, man, it's gonna be a blast. We'll be there. Can't wait. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be mostly the same guys. We're gonna see Pereira out there again. We're gonna see Peraza. Maybe IKF tomorrow, but not tonight. I think the kids play tonight. What you think?
I think so. And another thing, I want to just throw a little nugget in there. I don't think IKF will be back next year. But, I mean, we'll see what happens. It's kind of more of an off-season thing, but pretty much, the kids, probably no Higgy anytime soon. I mean, maybe. Who knows? Gotta play Wells.
Yeah.
Maybe they do see him as a catcher. The pitching staff seems to like him. Higgy's probably gone
man, he
after the season, so.
He caught Sevy. He caught Rodon. We get Rover and Cole have a thing, but he caught the Clay Holmes as well, Wandy, King. So he caught most of our guys, man. So I think you're gonna see Wells moving on forward. I said this before. I mean, I've been saying it for a while now. I don't know why we're holding on that much to Higgy. I get Trevi went down and stuff like that. I don't know why we're hanging out the 3 catchers when technically IKF could catch if we need an emergency. He's been a catcher, so I don't know. But I don't think there's anybody else that the Yankees want to call up right now. So
I think that's pretty much it for the call-ups as of now. But
unless Rizzo and Jake are done for the year, I would like to see Chaparro. But I mean, they don't really care.
It'd
be nice. It'd be nice for them to call him up, even though he's not going to come back with us next year. So it'd be nice for them to at least give him that. I mean, he does play first base, but let's see.
Yeah, we'll see. But all in all, Kevin, great series for the New York Yankees. Sweeping the Astros.
Phenomenal
a lot of
series.
Confidence.
Out of this world.
Space City. Swept in Space City in the Martian lands. Fantastic all in all. Gives me a lot of hope for 2024, Kevin. I don't know about you, but I mean, we'll see what happens. A lot of people talking playoffs as of now. I'm like, guys, just
Stop
take
it, Mario.
a day at a time, man.
Stop it, Mario. Stop.
Take it a day at a time. Because I'm going to talk myself into it.
Exactly.
And we keep talking about playoffs. So.
No, we can't do that right now.
Listen.
Let's just play every series at a time. Let's just keep winning series like we're doing right now and keep winning games that we're supposed to win. And whatever happens at the end, let the baseball gods decide. Maybe they get happy now that we're doing the right thing by calling these kids up. Maybe the baseball gods reward us with the downfall of the Texas Rangers or something like that. But let's see.
We'll see. Listen, take it day by day.
Yeah.
But if you sweep Detroit and you sweep Milwaukee,
I'll
be sipping on that Kool-Aid. I know you'll be sipping on that Kool-Aid too, Kevin. We'll see what happens though. But listen.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, day at a time. Super happy the kids are up. We'll be in the building tonight when you guys listen to this, so it'll be tonight. And yeah, Kevin, anything else you gotta say?
No, man. Let's go. Let's go get this dub. Let's continue this great momentum that we have now with the kids playing and everything. And it's a great time. I mean, I know it's not. We're not looking like in the position that we are as. I'm talking like I'm proud of the front office. Sorry, the position that the Yankees are right now. We're out of a playoff. They're out of a playoff spot right now. But it is exciting as heck to watch these future baby bombers, like you put up. You coined them. I mean, everybody's calling them that. But
the youths, or whatever. I don't know. We'll find a name. But yeah, listen. Although the season's been tough, one of the toughest seasons. This felt really good to see, especially in Houston. Me being there, you calling the game with Pete. I was watching a little bit of that. That was phenomenal. And just try to keep the good vibes rolling, man. I don't want to, on a serious note, I don't want to talk too much playoffs. Just enjoy the kids.
You said the name playoffs like 10 times in this episode.
I know, man. I know. But it's tough as a Yankee fan.
I know Yankees and playoffs are kind of like married together, but yeah, it is what it is, man. Let's take it. Like I said, let's take it game by game, Mario, and let's see what the baseball gods have for the Yankees, man. El Martian is landing now. He's coming to the Bronx. Are you guys ready? Area 51 next to the judge chambers. Maybe. Hey.
That's cool. That's cool. I like that.
Hey. Okay.
And then trade for Juan Soto in the offseason. We'll talk about that another time. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching episode 44 of the Bronx and Nothing podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. We really appreciate all the support. I know the season's been tough, but
thank you guys
so much.
Yep.
Yes, sir. And we'll see you guys on Thursday.
See some of you guys tonight. See some of you guys next episode. Let's go Yanks.
Yep. Let's go Yanks.